Well, hello there. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I had a fairly catastrophic attempt at doing a gig podcast video, which I recorded and can't upload because the little Amazon Kindle thing is so bad that it won't allow me to do it. I've done it before, it won't let me do it. And it's not just me being useless, although that is purely, for sure, an element. Wow, ethereal glow. But anyway, I'll show you it later when I do. I'm going to do a proper live stream later on when about the early evening. But I wanted to do this now because I'm just basically getting started myself, and I thought, maybe you too can have a look at my morning routine. So let's start. Now, first off, I still, even though I've got the beautiful flamenco guitar, I still start the day off with this old beaten up classical guitar from Stone Pillow. I'm just so comfortable on it. This is the guitar to wake up and play. First notes I've played today. Quite a late start for me today. So, I'm going to start breaking some of this down into actual lessons soon, but if you're interested in learning about fingerpicking and stuff, I'm going to do it in such a way as I'm going to isolate your thumb and your fingers. So you start to do a bass line with your thumb, and then accompany yourself with fingers. Now I find that really easy because I've been doing this a long time, but it looks impossibly hard. If you can't do it, it looks impossibly hard. I remember very well how it looked to me when I was just Joe's drummer, and I really wanted to fingerpick, and I'd look at these. How are they doing that? How are they doing that? It sounds like two or three guitars, and that's the sound I've always lusted after, is that 2 or 3 guitar sound. So I'm going to do lessons which basically split it down so that I'm going to start doing exercises specifically that separate the thumb and the fingers. I've been quite successful with the guitar students that I've had, in real life. So I'll do my best. But yeah, still starting the day off with this one. I commit an awful sacrilege on the other video, which hasn't been uploaded, where this flamenco, the 2 grand flamenco guitar, has no fret markers. And, I don't mind, but I could do with just 1 fret marker, right here. So I took a permanent marker pen and I added one because this isn't a museum piece. This isn't something I'm going to keep in good condition for resale. This is a player's guitar. It's going to be played to death, so it's going to be the way I like it. And it, I actually get a kick out of it, if my taking a pen to a guitar winds somebody up, good. These things are meant to be played. It's like people that boast about their Ferraris, like only having like 3 miles on them. That's not a boast. That's something I would be ashamed about. And I like, Jay Leno. He's like, yeah, you should boast that you did 200,000 miles on it. Oh, this sounds so much nicer. I mean, maybe I will get comfortable enough on this. It's my tune. The next Gorilla Gig podcast, which is coming today, is going to have something for Dennis. Well, hello, Carla. Bless you. Nice to see you. So yeah, this is just a short one, Carla and company. Just really showing you the morning routine. It's like, so yeah, I sort of start off. I pick up a nylon string, and I move on to the steel string acoustic at some point. Oh, thank you, Carla. I really don't sound that good at the minute. And I'm sure this is riveting, watching me tune up. I'm sure you can feel the rivets. But yeah, about 6 o'clock GMT, there'll be a proper live stream tonight, and a Gorilla Gig podcast will be uploaded at some point. This is just an extra thing, just to sort of, I don't know, just 'cause I feel like it. So the guitars get progressively more difficult to play, you know, and then I finally pick up an electric and, you know, wang away, which I'm not going to do right now. Yeah. Oh, I'm loving the Strat, having the Trad Strat, the three single coils, the traditional Strat layout. I've been loving having that again. I mean, I adore, you know, my working Strat. It is a great guitar. It's got a Titanic tone, and the humbucker is like a real, you know, a real necessity. I mean, it turns it into a real proper gigging guitar, which I use a hell of a lot. But, you know, I miss having that proper Strat sound. So, yeah, so this is the door. So you come through the door, and then this side, it's a few acoustics. I've got all the, I've started to get, it's starting to look like a proper studio. I've got the straps on a hanger there, and all the leads are hung up on things. I've got all the back lines set up. I see a bass back line there, and some of the guitars, some of the pedals and stuff, and whatnot. The keyboard, which is in many ways the heart of the studio, and it's used for so much stuff. And it's not like an amazing keyboard, but it's used for so much stuff. A map of the New Forest, which is kind of necessary because I'm new here. My very limited book collection that survived, and then that table is where the laptop usually sits, and yeah, the big comfy chair, which I haven't really got room for, and then the window. So yeah, this is my little studio, and I love it. I mean, I am really, really happy here. It is small. I can barely swing a cat, although you can see me making a fairly good job of swinging a laptop. But you know, it's a good workspace, and it's been going well. There's my breakfast there, which I'm going to get to, or brunch, should I say. And yeah, I'll be doing more in a bit. I think next. The thing is, even the Grid Gig podcast, they're going to have to be done on a live stream. I'm just having real. I'm having real difficulty uploading at the moment. I will sort it out. End of the month. You see, I used to use this thing. Which is dead, and it used to be so easy. I used to just film on it, and I could quickly sort of like, you know, add some effects. So that's why the videos used to have those sort of, you know, interesting or distracting effects. But it made it more fun. And then I would, so I'd film on that. I'd do the session at the hostel, and I'd film on this, and then later in the day, I'd go up to the day center and use their proper PC, and then sort of edit it, because I couldn't do it. There's certain things I couldn't do on the tablet. YouTube's laid out differently for like one device to the next, which is confusing. But like, you know, putting end cards at the end of the screen and the little subscribe glyph and all that stuff, you know, I really don't do. I prefer just stream of consciousness stuff. The sort of stuff I watch, I much prefer just stream of consciousness stuff. But yeah, yeah, Carla, TikTok. I despise the internet. I can't. This is the platform I'm on. I can't really. In all honesty, I can't be bothered to do any more than this. I find it so vapid and obnoxious. I mean, I made friends yesterday with an Irish fellow, and he said a really nice David Attenborough quote. It was all about togetherness, you know. It was about ants in a jar. It's about togetherness, and it turned into a race war. It was just typical Twitterverse. Twitter's so obnoxious and toxic. I find, apart from just, you know, I like watching stuff on YouTube because there's some very sort of unusual and obscure music and musicians on here, which, you know, stuff you'd never have access to without something like YouTube. You know, like for instance, there's a channel called Produce Like a Pro, and it's great. He gets into like how I recorded this Duran Duran track and all the. I love that stuff. I love the manufacturers, like the people that make pedals and guitars that have come on board to YouTube and talk about what they do and why they do it. And other people like myself, just starving, struggling artists, and the process fascinates me, which is why I quite often talk about how I do things, because I personally find that fascinating. But I am aware that I need to spend more time entertaining rather than talking about entertaining. But so the Gorilla Gig podcast, definitely going to do more of that. Now that I've sort of come to the realization that it has to be live. But no, I'm sorry, Carla, I won't be doing TikTok. I won't be doing TikTok, Twitch, or any of the others. I've got a Facebook account. You can find me as Tim Fox on Facebook. And I have got a Twitter account. That's also Blacktooth Fox. Welcome to hit me up there. But this is where I'm really at. Like, YouTube's where I'm really at. Yeah, it is another platform of exposure. I should give it some thought. You do make a good point, Carla. You are right. I'll give it some thought, but certainly not until I get another device that I can film on. Because this laptop, this camera quality is pretty miserable. The audio quality is even worse. But yeah, glad you're here. But yeah, just really waking up, having a touch of the old caramel coffee. And the vape, of course, and just wanted to say hello and say, hey, I'm getting started. Come and get started with me. But yeah, more studio recording today. I will be doing the live stream, which will be about an hour long, maybe more, maybe less. At tea time, 6 o'clock GMT. At some point today, a Gorilla Gig podcast will be getting uploaded. That'll be like a 15-20 minute set, and I'm going to try and keep the jibber jabber to a minimum on that. But yeah, hope the day finds you well. Good luck with the tests, Angela Watley. Thank you so much for the pancake, Mindy Moo, and I love you all very much. And Carla, thank you so much for joining me in the chat. I hope to see you all again soon. Key bashing. Okay, there you go. All right, love you all very much. You take care out there, and any complaints, any questions, any queries, just you want to talk any nonsense, I don't care, stick it in the comments below, and secretly go on all your aunts and uncles like computers and like and subscribe. Okay, bless you all. Love you to bits. Love you to bits. Love you to bits.